there everybody, welcome to my all new Dauntless videos. Now you can hear me with a perfect radio voice. We've got some chill music in the background and I am going to show you how to build the No Fear of Death sword. Now you've seen this several times. I know several of you have been waiting for this build video. It's a very simple style of play. You start out with the Edge of Tomorrow, okay? This is from the Chronovore. All right, you put in a Berserker cell and a Predator cell into this Edge of Tomorrow, okay? Avenging Overdrive will be your special so that you can have parries and all that other good stuff. Recursive Hilt will be your mod, which will allow you to dash and slash, all right, and restore your valor when you do. Your Bond will be the Call of Dawn, okay, to capitalize on cunning, as well as the double attacks from the Rezakiri unique effect. Now, what I will tell you is that a lot of people, and this is before we go any further in the build, right? People are gonna see, I'm gonna remove my webcam for this, Predator and Rage. Now, a lot of people are like, hey, you don't know anything, Predator and Rage can't be used together. Okay, well, I will explain why it's used together in the combat showcase, if people bother taking the time to listen. But, we will get there when we get there. So if you are a moron who doesn't understand how these are both used together, then I suggest you keep watching the video. All right, so as for the rest of the stuff in the build, Discipline will be your Omnicell of choice. Now, why Discipline? Because it's fantastic. All right, your Skarn's Defiance will be your Lantern of choice with an energized cell right there. You will have your Tragic Echo, all right, with a Rage cell in order to, this is to give you that rage that you need. All right, you've got your Thrax's Shadow with a Predator cell. Okay, this will give you the cunning and the full Predator. Might of Stone from the Skarn with a parasitic cell. This is to keep you alive. And your Volcanic Treads with a Berserker cell. All right, this is to give you extra damage. Now, let's look at everything overall, and I'll show you how this comes together. So, +6 Berserker, maxing out Berserker gives you 35% bonus damage. Cunning increases your critical strike chance and critical strike damage. This pairs well with the Discipline Omnicell and your Slayer's Path, giving you a total of 20% crit rate with a boosted overall damage of 38% critical strike damage. Very important. You've got 35% bonus damage coming from Predators so long as you don't take a hit. If you do take a hit, that bonus drops down to 20%, and when the 15-second bonus from Rage is up, assuming you haven't taken a second hit during that time, you will receive your Predator bonus back. That is why these are used together, because this build is intended not for you to be no dodge, and it is also designed for in a way that even if you don't play absolutely flawlessly, now of course it rewards flawless play, but if you don't play absolutely flawlessly, you don't lose all your damage bonus, and more importantly, if you die, there are no consequences. We'll demonstrate that later. Energized is standard for swords. Why? Because you want to increase your weapon charge rate so that you can parry and be a fucking Jedi. You've got Fortress to boost your overall ability to survive. So again, this is rewarding flawless play. Parasitic, in case you do take a hit, you can lifesteal it back. This gives you more leeway with the build to go ham. And Tenacious is just an extra because, you know, why not? I didn't really think of anything else that could replace that. Like, there were a few choices, but like, I didn't want an extra defensive cell because that's a waste of time. I could have gone with even more Fortress, but again, waste of time. My other options were like, I could have run Chrono Treads. Now, what you can do in this weird twisted way is you can run Chrono Treads, right? And then put your second Berserk cell here. So I'm just gonna demonstrate that, all right? So if I were to run Chrono Treads, just as an example, okay, all right, then I would lose 3 Berserker, and technically speaking, I would also lose 3 Predator. So I would put Predator, which is important for this build, from the Edge of Tomorrow into this, right? Then I would either lose out on 3 Berserker and add Pulse right here, skipping Tenacious entirely, or I can stick with the full Berserker. It's genuinely up to you what you want to do. Me personally, I very much prefer to have full Berserker in this because this was not a crit centric build. You get what I mean? So that is why I've done it up in this way. Okay, and that explains all of the perks. All right, so now we're gonna get into a combat showcase and we're gonna show you how this actually runs. In the meantime, while we get into the combat showcase, all right, we will go up to Fortune's Folly. Again, as always, we only advise that you fight behemoths 3 to 4 levels above you. If you go too far above your recommendation, or you know, the recommended range of 3 to 4 levels above you, you're going to experience difficulties. Now, why are we doing it here? It's number one, because we have bonuses from the Slayer's Path, so we have to show you against behemoths that are even higher to compensate for the power surging, the bonuses from the Slayer's Path, all that. In order to compensate for all that, we have to show you a showcase against much higher level behemoths, but we must strictly remind you that 3 to 4 levels is the ideal. Okay, you guys are gonna see a slight cut in the video because I totally forgot to properly put in the updated lists. Anyway, May's top supporters: Bravo 7910, Kazmanta, my lovely girl, Zavi Zumaki, Drago, the Mighty Zeno, Big Juicy 97, Death Donnie 982, Oh Mr. Cream Puff, Code 187, I'm a Boxhead, Darius Laszlo, Rivarcha 124, Rogue Assassin, Michael Riley, Nate the Great. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. And thank you to our top tier members: Death Dawning 982, Plus Ultra, Code 187, Prestige, Rogue Assassin, Prestige, Drago, Prestige, Joshua Moritz, Prestige, Oh Mr. Cream Puff, Prestige, Jerry Fast, Logan Schwartz, Ditoris Venom, The Forgotten, Nate the Great, Zach and G, all Prestige. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. If you too want to support this channel, all you got to do is like, share, and subscribe. If you want to, you can drop a tip via the link in the description of the video. You can join as a channel member, gaining access to various perks. You can send super thanks on YouTube. You can send super chats on stream. Or if you head to Twitter, you can assist me with trying to help clean Dauntless of racism. All right. And now for the combat showcase. Once again, as we always do, here is proof that we've not taken any potions. We've not changed the build in any way, shape, or form. This is exactly what we have. All right. And we try to make sure that everything is 110% intact, even though there's a video cut. All right. So now that we've proved that, we're gonna go to beat up the Shrike. Now this Shrike is 7 levels above us. Please do not fight a creature that is 7 levels above us. Above you, sorry. This is not how this build is designed. This build is designed to work against creatures 3 or 4 levels higher than you, ideally. Going beyond that is worthless. All right. So this build starts out in a pretty standard manner. You can utilize discipline as well as your parries, which you'll see later on, to just ensure that you are able to continue attacking the behemoth, interrupting the behemoth, and doing all sorts of shenanigans without interruption, basically. And that is how this whole thing works. Now the behemoth has been staggered, so I have my special ready because that's practically like an extra parry. So I'm not gonna use it just yet. And also this thing is gonna take a whole load of damage. Keep in mind that this entire time you've got Predator up, helping you dish out immense amounts of damage. Parry, there you go. Now some people prefer to use discipline during these circumstances. I always use the sword parry to keep the special going for longer. That and the windows for keeping that parry up and active are much longer on the sword. So yeah, you can keep the creature knocked down. You've got Predator up this whole time. You haven't even triggered Rage. So no fear of death basically means that although you don't fear death, you can be absolutely insane with whatever you want to do. Now I did take a light hit there, but don't worry, we've still got Rage, so we're still dishing out plenty of damage. We've already got our sword special back. You can see that this is basically a perpetual engine of destruction. Now we can do the same thing. I'm going to show you the difference if you fight a creature, in this case that's only about 5 levels higher. All right, it'll be the equivalent of facing a creature that is about 4 levels higher in a normal circumstance. All right, we're going to show you how effective this build is. Keep in mind that my sword is still only level 5, but you know, we'll show you how this works. All right, so you charge in as always. Now, always get ready to use either your discipline or your sword parry. All right. If you have either up, if it's your first encounter, then obviously you won't, but that's okay. You want to utilize your sword combos to keep your valor up, but you'll notice that the additional attack speed allows you to dish out massive amounts of damage while you maintain your predator and also while keeping berserker up. This can give you some serious advantages. All right. Just be sure to continuously use your parries. All right. And in doing so, you will finish off a creature in literally no time at all. Again, don't underestimate all the bonuses from the energy that the sword releases. There you go. And it's over. It's done. All right. It's that easy to play this build. It's that easy to play this build. And if you die, you've got your tragic echo to bring you back to life and Chronovore to rewind you and restore you. Do you see how that works? You've got no fear of death with this build. So please be sure to enjoy this build and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. Thank you very much. And again, sorry about my appearance. I'm still in recovery from my poor health, but you know, we do what we can. We do what we can. All right, I'll catch you on the next video. Y'all have fun now, and I hope you enjoy the new quality of the microphone. Thank you very much to everybody who sponsored it. See you next time.